Hi, my name is Craig, and I own a Ford.
Hi, my name is Craig, and I don't own a Ford.
With a Ford, I can drive around listening to my music at ease.
Without a Ford, if I want to listen to music and go, I gotta carry this big air boombox.
In my Ford, I am safe from thugs, the cold, and the rain.
Without a Ford, I'm exposed to the cold, the rain, and thugs. Oh no!
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We have a special guest with us today who is best known for his automobiles. Please give a warm welcome to Henry Ford.
Thanks, Mike. It's nice to be here.
Alright, so tell us a little about yourself in your early life, to give me and our listeners a better understanding of who you really are.
I was born in Michigan. From an early age, I always displayed an aptitude for working with machines, and even started to repair watches around my neighborhood when I was still a teenager. When my mother passed, I became an apprentice at the dry docks company where I was first introduced to the steam engine. Soon enough, I started to work on a car on the side and took my first ride in my quadricycle in 1896. A couple of years later, I founded the Ford Motor Company, and that led me here.
The Ford Motor Company is one of the most successful companies in America, but you have had a few failures before this success. Can you tell us a little more about those failures?
Yes. I had two automobile companies prior to the Ford Motor Company, which were not successful. With the help of William Murphy, I started the Detroit Automobile Company, my first automobile company, and it ended up going bankrupt. My second company, the Henry Ford Automobile Company, was also unsuccessful. But with the aid of Alex Malcolmson, a Detroit coal dealer, I was able to start the Ford Motor Company in 1903 with a starting capital of $28,000 thanks to Mr. Malcolmson.
Your Model T is an astounding vehicle that many people have fallen in love with, but what would you say to the people who do not like the advent of cars?
In my belief, the man who is too set to change is dead already. Change is a natural part of the improvement of society, and without it, we would still be amazed by fire and stuck in caves.
Powerful words. You must be passionate about what you do. Is your passion driven more by the want to improve society, or the want to make money for yourself?
I believe myself to be an industrialist. The true industrial idea is not to make money. The industrial idea is to express a serviceable idea, to duplicate a useful idea by as many thousands as there are people who need it.
And that is truly what you do. Your manufacturing process is another revolutionary idea that you bring to this world. Tell me, what is the driving idea behind this?
I believe that it helps both my workers and I, because it enables me to employ huge amounts of people while still maintaining enough profits to be able to pay my employees well. I have revolutionized the manufacturing process into an assembly line so that each of my workers becomes a master at their one action.
Is it true that you pay your factory workers $5 a day?
It is. I believe in welfare capitalism, or that it is the responsibility of employers to take care of their employees, and that is why I pay my workers as much as possible.
Not only do you pay your workers well, your cars are now sold at record low prices that enable more and more people to have access to the benefits of using cars.
In my opinion, the goal of business must be to improve its efficiency so that the products can be sold for less and less money.
Not everyone shares your benevolent views. Even people who are supporters of you do not agree with you. You were sued by your shareholders for not giving them enough profits. And how do you feel about that?
It is unfortunate, but there is a stark contrast between what I believe the purpose of business is and what other people think the purpose of it is. And in response to my so-called supporters suing me, the suit was filed by the Dodge brothers, who wanted more profit so that they could open their own separate competing car company. They were not supporters.
To change the subject a little bit, in 1915 you sent a peace ship to Europe. Would you like to elaborate on that?
That is true. I did send a peace ship to Europe to try to stop the war. I believe that most wars lead to an unnecessary loss of human lives, waste money, and destroy countries. I am still angry that the United States decided to enter the fray.
A noble opinion. I would like to ask you about your newspaper, the Dearborn Independent. In that newspaper, you rail against immigrants, and even say, the proud Gentile race must arm themselves against a Jewish conspiracy aimed at world domination.
Well, after that incident, I apologized and admitted that my statements were hurtful, and that is behind me now.
How can you say that is behind you when you were the only American referenced in Hitler's Mein Kampf, and we have a picture of you getting a medal from Germany for your support?
My personal beliefs do not affect my cars, or change the fact that I have made life better for many Americans with the invention of the automobile.
Alright folks, that's all the time we have. Please thank Henry Ford for joining us on this show, and good luck to you.